There are 15 things dogs hate that humans do, and chances are you're making a few of them without even realizing it. One of the most common traps is ignoring their need for rest. You walk into the room, see your dog curled up in deep sleep, and without thinking, you pat their head or call their name. Seems harmless, right? But here's the problem to your dog. That sudden interruption feels like being jolted awake from a dream. Imagine when you were a kid, drifting into sleep, and your parents ripped the blanket away, telling you to get up. Remember how much you hated that? Well, now that you know your dog values their rest just as much as you do, you can start watching for the signs. They don't want to be disturbed, like a tucked nose, a slow tail flick, or turning their head away. You'll notice this same body language in many of the other mistakes we'll cover. But before we get there, let's move on to another innocent habit people do that dogs truly hate. Number 1. Forcing unwanted greetings. You're out on a sunny afternoon walk, leash in hand, and another dog comes trotting up. Your heart thinks, perfect chance to socialize. But inside your dog's chest, their heart whispers, not today. Forcing greetings might feel polite to us, yet, to them, it's like being shoved into a crowded elevator where every stranger stares. Stress hormones like cortisol flood their system. Studies in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior show that even brief unwanted encounters can spike heart rate and keep it elevated long after the moment has passed. Look closer, the stiff tail wag, the ears pinned back, the whites of the eyes glinting like warning lights on a dashboard. But here's the trap: most owners mistake these signals for friendliness. A wag isn't always joy. Sometimes it's tension wound like a spring. Think back to childhood when you were told to hug a stranger you didn't want to touch, awkward, uncomfortable, powerless. Dogs live that same silence when we push them into introductions they never asked for. And every forced hello teaches them one thing: their voice doesn't matter. That silence can harden into barking, snapping, or withdrawal. The answer isn't isolation, it's choice. Give them space, let them decide. And if this feels unsettling, wait until you see what happens when we ignore their voice entirely. Number 2. Ignoring their body language. Picture this: your dog's eyes glance sideways, tail low, a yawn that looks out of place, a paw lifting like it's frozen mid-air. To you, it might seem random. To them, it's a full sentence screamed in silence. Ignoring these signals is like tearing the batteries out of a smoke alarm and pretending the house isn't filling with smoke. Scientists at the University of Bristol found that over 80% of aggressive incidents in dogs are preceded by subtle warning cues, lip-licking, stiff posture, whale eye, that owners completely overlook. The tragedy: every time we miss these whispers, the dog learns one thing: subtlety doesn't work. And so they escalate. The bark grows sharper, the growl deeper, until the only language left is teeth. Imagine how you'd feel if your boss ignored every polite request until you had to shout to be heard. That's the cycle too many dogs are trapped in. The beauty is, once you start listening, really listening, you'll see their whole vocabulary: the sigh when they settle, the head tilt, when they question the stretch, when they feel safe. It's a dialogue waiting to happen. But if missing signals is dangerous, the next mistake cuts even deeper: when we break the very rhythm that makes them feel secure in our world. Number 3. Breaking their routine. Imagine waking up every day not knowing when you'll eat, when you'll work, or when you'll rest. That uncertainty doesn't feel like freedom, it feels like chaos. Dogs live in a world we script for them, and when we rip up that script without warning, their security shatters. Research in applied animal behavior science shows that dogs thrive on predictable schedules. Regular feeding walks and play reduce cortisol levels and improve sleep quality. Yet so many of us swept into busy lives, shift breakfast by hours, skip walks, or forget potty breaks. To your dog, it's like waiting for a bus that never comes, anxiety mounting with each passing minute. Think of their routine as the rhythm section of a song. Break the beat, and the melody stumbles. Keep it steady, and trust flows like music. But here's the twist. Too much rigidity can backfire, leaving them brittle in the face of change. The art lies in balance. Anchor the essentials while allowing small surprises to feel like gifts, not shocks. A late walk once in a while is adventure. A skipped meal is betrayal. And if you think unpredictability is hard on them, wait until you see what happens when we pile on expectations they were never built to meet. Number 4. Unreasonable expectations. We love to imagine our dogs as little superheroes, always calm, always polite, always in control. But here's the truth. They're not saints in fur coats. They're animals with instincts. Expecting perfection without teaching is like handing a violin to a child and demanding a symphony. Studies in the Journal of Applied Companion Animal Behavior reveal that untrained dogs placed in stressful scenarios show spikes in cortisol almost double those of trained ones. That means our frustration often falls on them when, in reality, the failure is ours. Picture a Labrador bouncing at the doortail like a helicopter jumping with joy. To us, it looks unruly. To him, it's pure love spilling over. Scolding in that moment is like punishing a friend for smiling too wide. Dogs don't read minds, they read patterns. Without guidance, they'll fill the silence with their own rules. The trap is cruel. We expect manners they never learned, then punish them for failing a test they were never taught to take. The fix slow, patient teaching, layered like bricks, one cue at a time. Respect that learning curve, and you'll see transformation. But if ignoring training sets them up to fail, neglecting their basic care cuts even closer to the bone, and it hurts more than you realize. Number 5. Skipping grooming and nail care. Think of your own nails when they grow too long, catching on fabric, pressing into your skin, making each step just a little more awkward. Now magnify that discomfort with every single stride your dog takes. Skipping nail trims and grooming may seem merciful in the moment, but over time it's like asking them to walk in shoes 2 sizes too small. Veterinary studies published in Frontiers in Veterinary Science show that neglected nails alter a dog's posture, shifting weight unnaturally to the joints, which can lead to arthritis and chronic pain. And it doesn't stop there. A tangled coat traps dirt and moisture-breeding skin infections. Rotten breath from unbrushed teeth isn't just unpleasant, it's a sign of periodontal disease linked directly to heart and kidney problems. Imagine your best friend silently enduring this day after day while wagging to hide the ache. The irony, a few minutes with clippers, a brush or a toothbrush can add years of comfort to their life. Dogs might squirm in the moment, but long after their bodies thank you with every carefree leap and stretch. Yet, while neglecting grooming harms their health slowly, the next mistake poisons their world, instantly seeping into the very air they breathe. Number 6. Harsh cleaning chemicals. You spray the counter, mop the floor, breathe in that sharp, clean scent, and feel safe. But to your dog, those invisible fumes are a storm. Their nose is 1,000 times more sensitive than yours. What smells fresh to you can feel like bleach, burning through every breath. Studies from the Environmental Protection Agency confirm that common household cleaners release volatile organic compounds, and dogs lying close to the ground inhale them in higher concentrations. Imagine living with your face pressed to a rug, soaked in chemicals. lungs working overtime, eyes stinging. That's their world when we scrub without thinking. And the irony, we do it out of love, trying to protect the home. But protection flips to poison when the air itself becomes hostile. Some cleaners even leave residues that seep into paws licked later in quiet grooming moments. What should have been safety turns into a slow drip of toxins. The fix isn't complicated. Swap harsh bleach for pet-safe alternatives, crack a window, give them air as pure as their trust. Because while chemicals may sting silently, the next danger scratches loud and clear when we go natural at the wrong time and leave them exposed to enemies far smaller than our eyes can see. Number 7. Skipping preventive care. It sounds noble, keeping your dog all natural, avoiding pills or monthly treatments. But nature is not always kind. Fleas, ticks, and heartworms are not just pests. They are silent invaders. Skipping preventive care is like leaving your front door unlocked in a storm, hoping the wind won't blow in. Research from the American Veterinary Medical Association shows that heartworm disease spread by a single mosquito bite can take root in the heart and lungs, leading to coughing fatigue, even death, if untreated. And fleas. They don't just itch. They carry tapeworms and can trigger allergic reactions that spiral into raw, bleeding skin. To a dog, each scratch becomes a battle with an enemy they can't see. Imagine your best friend fighting a war in silence, while you believe you've spared them chemicals. The truth is, preventive care is not poison, it's armor. Tiny tablets, topical drops, or a quick injection become shields stronger than any natural hope. And here's the twist. While neglecting prevention leaves them vulnerable to what crawls outside, the next mistake hurts from within, born not of parasites, but of our own inconsistency. Number 8. Being inconsistent. One day, you let your dog pull on the leash to greet their best friend. The next, you yank them back and scold. To you, it feels situational. To them, it feels like chaos. Inconsistency is the silent thief of trust. Think of it like driving on a road where the traffic lights change color at random. Green means go today, but tomorrow, green means stop. How long before you slam the brakes in confusion? Research in applied animal behavior. Science shows that inconsistent training doesn't just slow learning, it increases anxiety behaviors like pacing, whining, and destructive chewing. Dogs crave clarity because clarity is safety. When rules shift like sand, they're left guessing, and every wrong guess chips at their confidence. Imagine being tested in a language you were never taught, punished for answers you never knew. That's what inconsistency feels like in their world. But here's the catch. Consistency isn't about perfection, it's about predictability. A clear yes, a clear no, repeated enough times to become a rhythm. Hold that rhythm, and you'll see peace bloom. Break it, and frustration takes root. And if unpredictability is cruel in rules, wait until you see what happens when we play roulette with their food. Number 9. Changing food. Too quickly, you spot a shiny new bag of dog food at the store, labeled with promises of superfoods and premium health. And you think, why not surprise them? But to your dog's stomach, that sudden switch is a storm. Their gut is a delicate ecosystem balanced like a coral reef, and one abrupt wave can shatter it. Veterinary research published in the Journal of Animal Physiology and Animal Nutrition shows that rapid diet changes often trigger diarrhea, vomiting, and inflammation as the microbiome scrambles to adjust. Picture it, you're at a feast, but overnight the menu flips from bread to chili peppers, your body rebels. Dogs feel that rebellion in silence, with eyes that plead while their belly churns. And the cost isn't just mess on the floor, it's pain in their core. The safer way is slow, like teaching them to swim in shallow water before diving deep. 10% new food, 90% old, gradually shifting the balance day by day. Patience here isn't luxury, it's mercy. Because when we rush, their body pays. And if you think stomach aches are hard, the next mistake strikes even closer to the heart when we rush their learning and turn training into frustration. Number 10. Rushing training. We all dream of the perfect dog sitting on command, walking calmly, ignoring every distraction, like a little monk in fur. But here's the trap expecting mastery overnight. Rushing training is like planting a seed today and stomping the ground tomorrow, demanding fruit. Science backs it up. Studies from the Journal of Veterinary Behavior show that dogs trained in gradual, consistent steps retain behaviors up to 60% longer than those pushed too quickly. Their brains, like ours, build habits through repetition and context, not pressure. Imagine teaching a child math by skipping straight from counting to algebra. They won't just fail, they'll fear the subject itself. Dogs are no different. When we jump from sit at home to sit at the busy park, we don't build confidence, we crush it. The result? Confusion, frustration, and a bond strained thin. Training should feel like climbing stairs, each step steady, each success celebrated. Skip the steps, and both of you tumble. And here's the kicker when training becomes a blur. Dogs aren't the only ones who suffer because denying their natural instincts is the next mistake. And it erodes the very joy of being a dog. Number 11. Ignoring natural needs. Your dog was not born to sit quietly on the couch like a statue. Inside every heartbeat is an ancient call to sniff, to dig, to chew, to run. Ignoring these natural needs is like locking a musician in a silent room and demanding they never touch their instrument. Science confirms it. A study in applied animal behavior. Science found that enrichment activities, sniffing games, chew toys, digging pits, reduced stress behaviors in dogs by over 40%. Without them, that energy has nowhere to go, but sideways shoes, shredded fences, scratched neighbors annoyed by relentless barking. But here's the hidden truth. Those bad behaviors are not defiance. They're desperation. Imagine craving air and being told to breathe less. That's what denying instinct feels like. The solution isn't complicated. It's permission. A sniffari walk, where they lead with their nose a safe spot, to dig a sturdy toy, to gnaw small gifts that tell them, I see who you are. Because a dog fulfilled is a dog at peace. Yet when needs are silenced, frustration grows loud. And if neglecting instincts breeds chaos, the next mistake is even harsher, when anger becomes the language of discipline and love gets drowned out by punishment. Number 12. Punishing with anger. They chew a shoe. They bark at the mailman. They jump on a guest. And in that flash of frustration, your voice rises sharp as thunder. For a moment, it works. They freeze wide-eyed and the house is quiet. But punishment with anger is a storm that leaves damage long after the rain. Research from the Journal of Veterinary Behavior shows that dogs trained with harsh punishment display more anxiety, fear responses, and even aggression than those guided with positive reinforcement. What looks like obedience in the moment is often fear etched into their memory. Imagine if every mistake you made was met with someone towering over you, yelling in a language you don't understand. Would you learn or would you shrink? Dogs don't connect the rage to the act. They connect it to you. And once trust cracks, it's hard to seal again. Training should be a lighthouse, steady and guiding, not lightning that blinds and burns. The irony, dogs want to please us more than anything. They just need to be shown how. But when anger dominates the room, love gets drowned out. And if rage corrodes trust, the next mistake poisons peace even deeper when the humans they love turn that anger on each other. Number 13. Fighting around them. Voices rise, doors slam, the air vibrates with tension. To us, an argument is words and noise, but to a dog, it's an earthquake without warning. Their ears catch every crack in tone. Their nose drinks in stress hormones like smoke from a fire. Studies from the Journal of Applied Animal Welfare Science show that dogs exposed to human conflict exhibit elevated cortisol levels and heart rates, often mirroring the stress responses of their owners. Imagine being stranded in a foreign country, two strangers yelling in a language you can't understand. Your chest tightens, your pulse races, and you don't know if you're safe. That's what our arguments feel like to them. They don't care who's right or wrong. All they know is the world they depend on is shaking apart. Some cower, some bark, some wedge themselves between us as if their small body could glue the family back together. And every fight leaves an invisible scar, teaching them that love can turn violent in an instant. The irony, what they need most is calm, steady presence. Yet when we let rage fill the room, peace drains from their eyes. And if conflict rattles their soul, the next mistake cuts just as deep when we assume every dog will handle life. The same forgetting. Each one is a universe of their own. Number 14. Assuming all dogs are the same. You bring home a new pup and think I've done this before I know the script. But dogs are not copies from a printer. They are novels, each written in a different language. Assuming all dogs are the same is like expecting every child to love math, or every musician to play the same song. Research from the Journal of Comparative Psychology reveals wide variation in temperament, learning style, and stress response even within the same breed. One Labrador may greet life like a clown, while another carries quiet caution in every step. Treat them as identical, and you'll miss the beauty of who they truly are. Picture opening a gift and finding not what you expected, but something better, stranger, uniquely theirs. The danger of assumption is disappointment. It makes us label normal differences as flaws. And worse, it blinds us to the cues that say, I'm not like the one before me, please meet me where I am. The truth, respect individuality, and you'll unlock trust faster than any command. Dogs don't want to be someone else's shadow. They want to be seen. And if misunderstanding their uniqueness can wound, the final mistake may surprise you most when we shatter even the sanctuary of their sleep. Number 15. Interrupting their sleep. Your dog curls into a perfect circle, nose tucked, body heavy, drifting into dreams where the world is safe. Then, without thinking, you call their name, stroke their head, or pull them into play. It feels like love to you, but to them, it's like being dragged from the middle of a dream into blinding daylight. Sleep is not a luxury. It's survival. Studies in the Journal of Veterinary Internal Medicine show that dogs need 12 to 14 hours of rest daily for healthy brain function, memory consolidation, and emotional regulation. When we break that rhythm, we steal their repair time. Imagine being shaken awake every night, just as you're sinking into deep sleep. Irritability rises, focus fades, and the body frays. Dogs show it too: shorter tempers, weaker immunity, slower recovery after stress. And here's the cruel irony many owners misread: that groggy glance or sigh as stubbornness, not exhaustion. Respecting their rest is an act of love as profound as feeding them. Let them dream. In those dreams they heal, they grow, they find peace. Because when you honor their sleep, you honor their soul. And maybe, just maybe, that's the clearest way they know you truly love them. When you step back and look at all these moments together, you realize something powerful. Dogs don't ask for riches, status, or perfection. All they ask is that we listen to their bodies, their needs, their silences. Every wag, every sigh, every quiet glance is a chapter in a story they're writing with you. And the truth is, these 15 little mistakes aren't really about failure. They're about reminders. Reminders that love is fragile if we take it for granted, and unbreakable if we nurture it. So the next time your dog curls up beside you or lifts their eyes as if to say, "Do you see me? Remember this. You are their whole world. To them, you are safety, home, and forever." Honor that trust, and you'll discover a love deeper than words, stronger than time. If this video opened your eyes to even one thing your dog has been trying to tell you, give them a gift in return. Start by changing that habit today. And if you want more ways to understand your dog's heart and give them the life they deserve, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Because here, every story, every insight, every secret is one more step toward becoming the human your dog already believes you are.